Welcome to the very first episode of Outside the Dining Hall with Sean and Nick. I'm Nick, and...
I'm Sean.
Okay, all right.
Is that what I was supposed to say?
Yes,
I did it.
Okay, good job, my guy. So rather than spend a whole lot of time just talking about nothing, I say we jump right into an article. I think the primary segment is going to be this idea we have called Wiki Dive, where we just dive way too deep into either a Wikipedia article or the entire wiki of a show, franchise. Sean's got the information on his end because he's the info guy. I'm the jokes guy.
You don't know anything about this going in.
I have absolutely no idea. What's the first one we have?
Do you want me to just go into it?
Yeah, well, yeah. Well,
Okay.
Give me the title.
This is Celeb Air.
Celeb Air. Okay. I think this will work best if you either let me guess on things or give me prompts to get give me little bits of information. Let me react to that. We can't just go all the way through reading it.
Yeah.
So Celeb Air. I assume this has to be some failed airline thing.
Pretty close.
Okay.
It was was produced in London. I'm going to assume it was British. British reality TV series where they had 11 celebrities perform the duties of cabin and airline crew.
Okay. Let me just say right off the bat, that sounds amazing. That sounds phenomenal.
I'm pretty sure the British population did not think so.
Is it 11 British celebrities or just 11 celebrities?
I've never heard of any of these people. So
okay, well, why don't you list off some? Go ahead, list off. I mean, go in order of the article, but if you want to list off some names right off the bat, so just so we know what
do you
caliber
want me to
of
name them in a
celebrities.
random order or in the order that they lost? Do you want to guess who won?
Okay, I absolutely want to guess who won.
Okay, Lisa Scott Lee, the former singer of Steps, a British dance pop group.
Okay, so now they can't even get one of the Spice Girls.
Dan O'Connor, an actor from the Australian soap opera Neighbours.
Okay, wow, they're
Chico
really pulling, aren't they?
Slimani, a contestant from the X Factor.
Okay, not a judge from the X Factor.
No,
a contestant. Okay.
Michelle Marsh, a glamour model.
Okay, I'm gonna have to pause you right here. When you said celebrity, you were using the term very loosely.
That's what Wikipedia uses.
Uses it loosely.
Sure. Okay. Amy LeMay, a comedian. Lisa Mafia, a singer-songwriter and model.
Her last name's Mafia?
Yeah, with 2 F's.
Oh. Is it?
Yeah, I'm reading that. Mafia.
Is that okay?
Okay. Tamara Beckwith, a socialite.
A socialite.
That is the occupation listed.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna need you to jump over to the socialite page.
There is no link.
Oh.
You want me to look it up?
No, it's fine. I mean, I'm sure I can guess close enough.
Phil Cornwell, a comedian and impressionist. Johnny Chantal, the singer from the British pop group Hearsay.
Okay. I feel like this has been going
There's
on for a
2
really
more.
long time.
Kenzie, a rapper from the Blazin' Squad.
The Blazin' Squad?
Blazin'. Like the spicy buffalo wing sauce.
Oh, hold on. Okay, hold on. You can, is that your baseline for what blazing means?
Yep. And then Mika Paris, occupation is just listed as singer and television presenter. No show, no group.
Okay, so that's the 11.
Yep.
Oh god. I mean, boy, I thought I would know at least one of them.
No.
I thought you were gonna name a bunch of. I mean, I don't know about you, but I listen to and watch a lot of British panel shows. So I figured I would know at least one.
No. Or this TV show was about a decade ago, so they're not modern celebrities.
But I think the whole reason I was initially excited was because I thought it was going to be big name I thought the comedy was going to be big name celebrities struggling to do. You said airline cabin and
airline
cabin crew,
cabin
right?
and check-in attendants.
But this just sounds like a bad. Like if it was Jeff Goldblum, right? Okay, like if
it would be great.
If Jeff Goldblum was handing you your little bags of peanuts and pouring you your ginger ale, right?
Is that what they do in first class? That's what happens in first class.
Listen,
Jeff Goldblum serves you.
If it was Jeff Goldblum, it wouldn't matter how low the production quality or the show's format as a whole would be. It would be phenomenal. But this, now that you've named 11 people who I've never even slightly heard of, from groups I haven't even heard of.
You're telling me you haven't heard of Blazing Squad, the English hip-hop group?
You haven't heard of Blazing Squad.
They had 7 top 10 hits, apparently.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, that's actually not that... That's more of a celebrity than I initially
Apparently
thought.
they were self-proclaimed pioneers of chav culture.
Okay. So... Okay, second thought. I may just not know enough about British culture from a decade ago.
Successful. Oh, apparently, Dan O'Connor, the star of the Australian soap opera Neighbours.
Yep, I remember.
That was a mid-'80s soap opera. So he was. The show was aired.
So he was a bit of a stretch.
The show aired in 2008. His show aired in 1985.
Okay. So that'd be like if you got Uncle Phil on, Uncle Phil serving your ginger ale alongside Jeff Goldblum, huh?
Yep.
What's Uncle Phil doing these days?
I don't know. Let me look it up.
No, we can't spiral. Listen, we've gone through like less than the first paragraph of the Celeb Air article.
Okay,
we can't spiral into another one.
Okay,
I have to guess who won.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like Dan O'Connor. Star or just on? Was he a star or just co-star?
He was an actor?
Yeah, I know.
Well,
was he the star of the show?
I don't know.
I'm aware he was an actor.
So, fun fact, I cannot find any reference to Dan O'Connor on the Neighbours Wikipedia page.
Okay.
So I feel he was not an important enough character to be listed.
Well, no, here's the thing. Okay, and we're going to have to put a sidebar on my previous point because as the two of us have gone into deep dives of several old sitcoms wiki pages. And I think what we found so far is that it's impossible. They pretend like it's not a TV show. They like a lot of times they don't mention actors. So you got to find out what character he played because I bet the Neighbours wiki pretends it's real or at least refuses to acknowledge that there are people behind the show that are not in fact the characters.
Wait a second. I think Neighbours might still be a running show.
No way. You said it was 89? That's 30 years.
85.
That's more than 30 years.
Yeah, no. March 18th, 1985 to the present.
Holy shit. Is Dan O'Connor still on it?
I don't know. He's not in the Wikipedia article.
Oh, he's not the Neighbours wiki. He's not even in the Neighbours Wikipedia page?
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Maybe, let me try.
I thought you were on the Neighbours wiki.
Oh.
You're telling me that on the Wikipedia page for the show, he's
this
never
is a
mentioned.
Wild. This is another episode, but this is a wild sitcom.
Okay. No, tell me.
What?
No, let's go into it. Let's go into it. Forget Celeb Air. We can have the title of this
Can I
pilot
just
is going to be
first tell you how many episodes Celeb Air ran for?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I ran for 8 episodes from September 2nd to October 23rd. Less than a month.
Ooh.
Or like
No, what are you talking about? No, wait. You said September 2nd to October 23rd?
Yeah.
That's almost 2 months.
Okay.
I need you to...
Less than 2 months.
Listen, I thought you were the math one. I need you to understand that it's September 2nd to October
Also,
23rd.
fun fact, apparently Tamara Beckwith, whose occupation just listed as socialite,
Yeah.
was pregnant, so she couldn't fly.
Wait, hold on. Okay, listen. I have some questions about that little juicy tidbit you just gave me. But first, let me finish my previous thought.
Yeah.
I'm going with Dan O'Connor because if he was, well, the Celeb Air article made it sound like he was a star of, but you said he's not on the Wikipedia article.
I control F Dan, control F O'Connor.
He possibly was just on it ever.
Yeah.
In which case, remember when I started and I said that none of these people were celebrities, and then you told me that some of them kind of were, and I took it back a little bit. No, I'm back where I started. If Dan O'Connor's whole thing was that he was on Neighbors,
yeah,
but he's nowhere to be. He has no acting credits for Neighbors. Check Neighbors on IMDb. Then I don't think any of these people are real celebrities, but. And I've danced around this enough. I've gotten sidetracked enough. I think Dan O'Connor won because if he was on a show that aired in 1985 compared to these other celebrities who have descriptions such as socialite, which means I have to assume they are young, I think Dan O'Connor would have won this high-stakes Celeb Air steward training, ginger ale serving, Jeff Goldblum loving game show. I assume he had to win because of pure life experience.
Okay.
Did he win?
I'm not sure if game show is accurate. I cannot find any reference to a prize.
Well, it's not a what? It's not a real. What kind of? You said someone won.
It's defined. Well,
There's
yeah,
gotta be a prize.
I don't know.
What reality show where people get voted out doesn't have a prize at the end? No wonder they couldn't get Jeff Goldblum. He only works for hard cash.
The winner was Lisa Mafia.
Aw, oh, damn it. I wanted to guess her because of her cool name.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Also, Dan O'Connor is listed on the IMDb for Neighbors.
Okay, how many episodes?
Oh, no.
How many episodes on IMDb?
Or close the tab.
Why would you... You knew we were going to need that reference material.
Okay. Dan O'Connor was on Neighbors for 456 episodes.
Holy shit.
From 2005 to 2008.
Wait, what? 456 episodes over 3 years? How often did this show come out? That's more than once a week. Well, that's more than once a week.
456 episodes.
Listen, I'm not great at math, but if there's 52 weeks in a year times 3, that's nowhere near 456. This guy doesn't... You're telling me this guy doesn't have a mention on the Wikipedia page for Neighbors, yet was in 456 episodes over 3 years?
Yeah, there's no, apparently his character was called Ned Parker. I can't find, control F.
Well, that's a dumb name.
Also, I don't know. A lot of the episodes are listed as credit only. What does that mean? Does that mean he was enough of a recurring character just to be listed as all of the episodes? Because I know some shows.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, So well, okay, but that means that this guy was important enough to the show that he was credited in episodes he wasn't in. Also,
but he's not. The character is not on the Wikipedia article.
Okay, but here we gotta do a quick cross check. Go to the Wikipedia article for Seinfeld. I told you I'd be bringing Seinfeld in at least once every episode. Do a Google search for Patrick Warburton, or Control F for Patrick Warburton, because everyone knows Patrick Warburton's character on Seinfeld. Yeah. But does he pop up?
Yeah.
Okay, well then there's no excuse, because he wasn't actually in that many episodes. Patrick Warburton, Putty, Elaine's on and off boyfriend, for those of you Philistines.
He also voiced an animated Superman in a commercial that Jerry produced. That's actually what he's listed for as before Putty.
Oh, his other role on the show. Okay, I thought you were talking about Dan O'Connor.
Yeah, no.
Hey, well, we don't have
Superman, voiced by Patrick Warburton, who also played the role of Putty.
We don't have to spend. We shouldn't spend a whole lot of time on Seinfeld right now because we will not leave Seinfeld. But it's definitely true. If Putty gets a Wikipedia mention, because he actually wasn't in that many episodes, but he is a beloved character. If he gets a Wikipedia mention, then there's no reason Dan O'Connor, who was credited in 456 episodes over 3 years, there's no reason why he shouldn't be on that Wikipedia page. Although you said 2005 to 2008 is when he was on. That does shed some light as to why he was on Celeb Air. Because he probably
would have been a recent addition.
He probably would have a current addition to the cast.
Though he apparently there's a thing. Okay. So apparently, Neighbors has enough characters to have 3 Wikipedia articles devoted to characters.
Which one of those has Dan O'Connor?
One being list of characters, one being list of past characters, which has Dan O'Connor, and one being reoccurring characters. But he's not important enough to be listed in the main Wikipedia article for Neighbors.
Okay, listen. I think what we've spent too much time not talking about is what is Neighbors. Because is this a soap opera?
Australian television soap opera.
Okay. That soap opera explains everything. Because soap operas traditional soap operas have new episodes 5 days a week.
Yeah. Which is why it's 456.
Which is why he was in 456 episodes over 3 years. Also, yeah, it would make sense that there was a character who was in 456 episodes, yet was still not important enough over 30 years to be in the main cast. You said that there were some wild episodes for Neighbors.
Yeah.
Tell me about this.
So first of all, the story, apparently Neighbors is dedicated to portraying realistic conflicts and problems, which, I don't know, it seems like normally soap operas are like over the top, right?
Yeah, because realistic problems between neighbors are not interesting.
No, apparently that's what this is dedicated towards. Neighbors storylines frequently focus on family problems, intergenerational classes, school problems, romances. And also, despite having a primetime 6:30 spot, covers problems such as teenage pregnancy, marital breakups, imprisonment, career problems, pregnancy, abortion, terminal illness, eating disorders, alcohol. This is a long list. You want me to keep going?
No, I think we get the idea.
Apparently incest as well. That's in there.
Okay, well,
That's
hold on.
Explore.
Hold on. Why, Sean, I know this is our first episode, but how can you look at me across this table and list off things like alcohol and teen pregnancy and skip incest?
Hidden Runs is also in there.
I need you to tell me what Neighbors storyline featured incest.
Apparently Neighbors storyline has their own Wikipedia article.
How popular is the show? I thought we just kind of stumbled across it.
I thought I did too, but
I thought we were the only. I somehow had the impression that we were the only people to know about this show.
No, I think we stumbled on a beloved Australian TV show. Apparently, it was also the first Australian TV show to feature same-sex marriage and the first to feature transgender character, who isn't introduced yet, but it will be the first. I don't know.
What?
That seems like bold. See, if I was making an Australian TV show, I would introduce a transgender character.
Yeah, just quick
to
get on that.
Yeah,
get your finger
if they're
on that
announcing
pulse.
what they're going to do.
So they haven't been introduced yet?
No.
You can't say you're the first then. I don't care about the rest of the show. We gotta talk about this. You am I wrong? Like you can't edit your own Wikipedia article to say you're the first show to feature a transgender character.
Oh no, it's
having
the
that
first character on that show. So I don't know. They might not be the first one. So I feel more pressure to read this carefully now because I realize anything I say, people might just take. No, the first one on that show will be introduced.
Well, I do have good news for you.
But
no one is listening to this.
They were the first to feature a same-sex marriage after legalization in Australia.
Okay.
Can I review some of the
please
episode titles that Dan O'Connor starred in?
Please, yeah.
Our
lens into Neighbors has to be through Dan O'Connor. He's the messenger that brought us here.
The prophet.
He is the prophet.
Okay. Very first one. Have I got nudes for you?
Okay. You did say nudes, correct?
Nudes.
Okay. Have I got nudes for you? God,
License.
that's a great start. Let me just say.
License to swill.
Is that okay? Wait, hold on. Is every episode some kind of like pun?
I don't know. Goodbye, normal genes. Genes like with a G, like genetics.
Oh, I assumed. I don't know why I assumed that.
Ain't Mishka behaving?
Are these all puns? How is the show not run out of puns?
Sing a song of sick pants.
Okay, hold on. I don't need to hear anymore. I need to know. I need to just know. I need you to find out a episode summary of. Say it again.
Which one?
The sick pants.
Oh. Sing a song of sick pants.
We need to dive into this one. Forget the rest of Neighbors. Although I do need you to find out one thing real quick for me, because I think it's going to put a lot of this into perspective. How many total episodes of Neighbors has there been to this day?
See,
but
here we go. Right at the top. I'm dumb.
Okay.
It's not a large font, but 8,911 episodes.
Okay, so Dan O'Connor was show for 10% of the show's, roughly 10% of the show's runtime.
5%.
No, he was on years, total years. He was there for 3 years, which is roughly 10% of 30. But, I mean, it's been like what? It's 34 episodes or 34 years? Jesus. It's 34 years since the show started. So, and he was on the show for 3 years. Which means that he definitely wasn't. You said that he was credited more often than he was on it, but he wouldn't even have been credited for every episode that came out those years, because 5% is less than 10%.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means you said 8,000 something total number of episodes.
8,900. So almost 9,000.
The reason I asked is because does that mean that there are 8,900 puns that they came up with?
I don't know. First of all, getting back to it, sing a song of sick pants.
I need
episode
to know
summary.
I need to know about this. What episode number was this? Or what season? Tell me. Give me some stats for this. The rest of this time, we got about 10 minutes left. We got about 10 minutes left. I need you to devote as much time as you need to give me the full story of Sing a Song About Sick Pants.
Okay, it was released on June 5th, 2006.
Okay. Let me hold on. Let me just paint a mind. Let me just open up my mind palace and enter. Where was I? June 5th, 2006.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on. All right, I'm there.
Or were you?
I'm there. Oh, where was I?
Oh, yeah.
No. Okay, I lied. I'm not there. Okay, I don't remember.
Okay.
All right, you caught me. I'm not there.
This is
not in my
listed
mind
as
palace.
season 1, episode 4,981.
Do they not have separate seasons?
So I don't think that's all seasons.
Okay.
But this is about halfway through the show's run.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Roughly half.
About 5,000, 9,000.
Yeah. Okay. Roughly halfway. Although here's the thing, 2006 is what 2085.
Yeah, that was more than halfway.
That's past halfway.
So they clearly picked up in pace.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think that's what we've learned about this.
The storyline of this episode. The Timmins clan is worried sick about Dad Kim on the run.
Hold on. Is that two different people or is it Dad Kim?
I'm not sure. Dad is not capitalized. Kim is. But there's no comma.
Oh, so Kim is the dad.
I think so. Not
Dad Kim. Okay, so Dad Kim's on the run.
Yep.
And the Timmins family is worried
They did
sick.
say they deal with imprisonment. So
Okay,
maybe.
so the Timmins family is worried
Timmins
sick.
clan.
The Timmins clan is worried sick because Dad Kim is on the run.
Okay, Jane tells Boyd their kids should have one granddad, so they better postpone the wedding so Max may make up with Boyd. No,
Okay,
this is one sentence. I'm still going.
I thought this was more than one.
Let me finish this long sentence.
Okay, and then we gotta go. Then we gotta break it down.
Jane tells Boyd their kids should have one granddad, so they better postpone their wedding so Max may make up with Boyd. But Janelle throws them out too. Semicolon. Everkind and Ned takes them in the Trousers house.
This is one sentence.
So Connor and Toady have their say.
Okay, hold on. I need you to break that down into the separate clauses. Ghost. Okay, we gotta go
Jane
through this.
tells Boyd their kid should have one granddad.
Okay, so Jane and Boyd have a kid.
No, kids, but yeah.
Jane and Boyd have children.
Yeah.
And Jane is telling Boyd they can only have one grandfather.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Or maybe at least one. I don't know. They say they should have one.
Okay.
So maybe they have zero.
So what do they do?
They
So
better
they
postpone their wedding so Max may make up with Boyd.
Who's Max?
I'm assuming that's the granddad. Maybe Boyd and his father having some family conflict.
So these kids need grandparents to be not turn into crazy hooligans.
That's what Jane's opinion is.
So they won't. So she won't marry Boyd until
Boyd makes up with Max,
who we presume is the grandfather in question.
But Janelle throws them out too.
Who else did Janelle throw out?
I don't know.
Janelle throws out Boyd and Jane.
Yes.
And their kids?
Maybe they don't have kids, or they're saying, hey, gotta get married before we have.
Okay, we can't. There's no way we can focus too long on this.
Okay, Everkind Ned takes them in the Trousers house.
Well, okay, is that the name?
No, it is not a possessive. It is Trousers, plural, no apostrophe. Okay. I think there might be supposed to be an apostrophe.
No, because remember, what's the name of this episode? Sing me a song of crazy pants.
Sick pants, bro.
Oh fuck, those pants are so sick. They're so tight.
Okay.
Please continue.
So he takes them in the Trousers house till Connor and Toady have their say.
Who?
Toady, it's a name.
I know, but it's just introducing more and more characters.
Well, yeah. You know how many? They have 3 Wikipedia articles for characters for this TV show.
I'm just wondering at what point.
Okay.
At what point in the show do you need to start?
I gotta continue.
Okay, yeah. Okay, keep going.
Paul and Lynn are amused. Ned wants to take it easy, embarrassed by Carl with a K. Carl's extreme rocker look in black leather, while Ned and Lynn agree to take little Oscar along.
To what? I already forgot. Okay, keep going.
Wait,
keep going.
Yeah, last one. Only on the spot, Carl learns he's performing in another outfit as Oodles and Noodles for a very different audience. Paul and Lynn sell the baby belt. Paul celebrates by booking them luxury suites in Lassiter's when Senior Sergeant Steiger decides to lay siege to the Timmons house. Janelle suddenly decides to take the blame.
Is that how far are we into this description?
That was the end.
Oh, thank God. I know that was something, but it sounded like gibberish.
It's because they don't introduce any of the characters.
You mentioned at least 3 billion names.
They got 34 years of characters.
34 years of characters. At what point, we're getting roughly near the end, but I'm just wondering, at what point in this show do you think you have to start to get it? How much of this show can I skip? Right? Because, listen.
I'm pretty sure.
Are these half-hour shows or hour-long shows?
22 minutes.
Okay, 22 minutes. Or how many? Figure out
196,000 hours, roughly.
Did you divide by 60?
3,267.
Divide by 24. Hey, Nick.
136. So about
136 days?
Yeah.
Hey, Nick. I checked out your podcast that you said you started. You guys just did math for a bit. 136 days.
136
so,
days.
Listen, Dan O'Connor. I assume you have a lot of influence in the show
About
still.
4.5 months.
I know what okay, listen. I know how many days are in a year. I can do 136.
Okay, fine.
It's over a third of a year.
Yeah.
I was going to address that in my bit that you interrupted.
To calculate
Okay,
it.
listen. It's my turn. You got your math segment. Now it's time for a bit, okay?
Okay.
Hey, Dan O'Connor. This is God. It's not. It's just me, Nick. What the fuck, Dan?
Well, Dan O'Connor only started for 3 years.
No, listen. Dan O'Connor is the prophet, okay? He brought us to this show because he wants us to consume this media. He has handed it forth on a golden platter, Dan O'Connor has, and we have to trust that he knows more than us. So, Dan, what the fuck? I do not have 4 straight months of continuous watching of your bullshit show. So tell me, I mean, I gotta get caught up because I need to know. I need to understand that one paragraph plot you just gave me of sing me a song of some fucking tight ass pants. But I can't watch 4 months worth of content. So Dan, where do I start? Do you have anything else to add before
Nothing that'll top
before I play us out?
Play us out.
Yeah.
With some sick pants.
Play us out with, well, thanks for listening, everyone. Tune back in, I guess, probably in a week. I think we're going to try to do this weekly. Maybe more often, probably not. Probably weekly. Tune back in a week for, I guess, another episode of this if you enjoyed it. Or if you didn't, thanks for listening to...
Let's talk about Australian soap operas for half an hour.
So, yeah, this has been Outside the Dining Hall with Sean and Nick. I'm Nick.
I'm Sean.
And here comes a song that I definitely picked ahead of time for the end theme. I know what song is playing right now. Can you hear it?
Yeah, it's really shitty.
Well, okay.
Why did you pick that one?
Well, I already picked it before recording this. Bye.